Today we are just outside of Joplin, Missouri, and in this video you're going to be joining me for yet another Bonnie and Clyde adventure. We are going to discuss a little bit of the 1933 Bonnie and Clyde Joplin shootout at the garage apartment, and we are going to be visiting one of the officers who lost his life from a shotgun blast to the chest from Clyde Barrow. To kick things off, we are going to start here at the cemetery and tell a little bit of the story and Constable Harriman, and then we will head to the garage apartment, continue our story there, and end up back here at the cemetery to see the final resting place of Constable Wes Harriman. The date is April 13th, 1933. Joplin police asked for backup investigating suspicious tenants at a garage apartment who were thought to be bootleggers. Boy, were they wrong. Constable Harriman joined Detective Harry McGinnis and other officers to check out the second floor unit. Little did the officers know, it wasn't just any bootleggers. It was the infamous Barrow Gang, wanted for murder, robbery across multiple states. Well, now that we've done our intro, let's head over to the garage apartment, what it looks like today. We'll continue our story over there, like I said, and then we'll come back and pay our respects to Wes Harriman. Okay, we have arrived. Man, it's been a minute since I was last here. Hasn't changed much. Check it out. The Bonnie and Clyde garage apartment, where they stayed for 2 weeks back in 1933. If we go over here, the historic site marker, just read through this quick because I enjoy it. I hope you do too, but if you want to skip through it, that's up to you. That kind of rhymed. Bonnie and Clyde garage apartment, 1933. Clyde Barrow, Bonnie Parker, Buck and Blanche Barrow, and W.D. Jones rented this apartment and holed up here for 13 days. On April 13th, 1933, law officers from the Joplin Police Department and from Newton County seeking suspected bootleggers approached the dwelling. The outlaws opened fire on them, killing Joplin Detective Harry McGinnis and Newton County Constable J.W. Harriman. The Barrow Gang escaped, leaving behind a roll of Kodak film that yielded the first publicly seen photographs of the infamous gang. Right here. Now I have a little surprise for y'all. The last time I was here, I was just a spectator getting the view from the road. Tonight, this place is mine for one night only. It is an Airbnb today. I've paid my dues to be here. I can now go inside and take a closer look at the bullet holes. Oh my God, I see one. I didn't get to do that last time because there was people here and I didn't want to be like freaking them out with the camera. But this is mine for tonight. This that will be in a separate video. Maybe I'll make this part 2. I don't know. But yeah, in this video, we're just like I said, it's Wes Harriman's video dedicated to him, and I'm going to discuss what happened with him and whereabouts he died, and we'll check out some of the bullet holes right here. Okay, what I'm going to try and do is give you a play-by-play recap of what happened here April 13th, 1933. So like we discussed a little bit earlier, suspected bootleggers, Wes Harriman along with other officers showed up. As they approached, they drive their car down here, and from what I remember, they park their cars right here, basically blocking the garage. So they approach, cars are blocking in. Clyde Barrow's car is parked, I believe, in this left side right here. And when they approach, Clyde sees them and starts shooting from the second floor, right up there. Clyde Barrow opened fire with a Browning automatic rifle from right there. Can you believe that? Absolutely crazy. So if you can imagine the officers getting out of their car, walking towards this way, Clyde starts firing with the automatic from up there. Wes Harriman is standing right about here in front of the garage doors when he's struck by gunfire and killed instantly while trying to take cover during the gunfire exchange. And it wasn't just Wes Harriman that his life was taken here. Detective Harry McGinnis was also mortally wounded, obviously in the same gunfight, but he later died at the hospital. While that was going on, Constable Harriman's body was laying right here, and he died on scene. And as the Barrow Gang is scrambling upstairs, as we know, they left a bunch of stuff behind. They left the film in the Kodak camera, Bonnie's camera. They left that all behind. They're running down to the car. Clyde saying, "Get in the car." Like I said, I believe Clyde was parked right here. They open the door. Clyde backs out. Actually, I don't think he backs out. He probably pulls out because he would normally back in so he can make a getaway easier. Whoosh, flies out this way, rams into the cop cars, and goes flying down the road. And they get away. Now, a little while ago, I did a 3-part Bonnie and Clyde series. If you want to see that, I go retrace their steps in Dallas, Texas. But I went to visit the gravesite of Blanche Barrow, who was here with them. And I believe I found an interview with her when she was much older. She talked about this shooting. It's briefly, I'll play it for you, but she tells the story of her dog. So let's roll that clip right now.
Got out shooting. Yeah. They come in shooting, brought the car in the garage. So they just had to shoot their way out. Everybody got shot in here. I was upstairs. I set my little dog up on the table so he wouldn't get shot. And then
when did you? Then
I told him to get in the car, and he was supposed to get in the car. And Clyde wanted me to push the car. I helped him push the car out. Because everybody
out of the garage.
Yeah. Everybody was supposed to get in the car before it left the garage.
Yeah.
And from what I remember, when they're rushing to get out of here, Blanche's dog gets out and starts running down the street. Obviously, she can't go after him because they're trying to get the heck out of Dodge, if you know what I mean. And the dog gets away. I don't know whatever happened to the dog, but it's kind of interesting. She was getting shot at and she was just like, my dog, my dog, my dog, you know. Now, if we can find, where did I see them before? I want to see if I can get a better look now to see if there's any old bullet holes. I think there's one right there center of your screen. That looks like one. I think there's more on the side. But as you can see, there's like a neighbor's yard here. Maybe this is one. It looks it right there. You guys see that? Come on, focus. There we go. That could be one. Well, folks, with that being said, let's head back on to the cemetery and go check out the gravesite of Constable Wes Harriman. Now, like I said, I am staying here tonight. That'll be in a separate video, so if you want to see that, make sure. I don't know if this video will be out first or that. It takes me a while to get editing and through them and yada, 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 but either way, if you want to see that, hit your notification bell for my channel. Make sure you subscribe and keep an eye on my Bonnie and Clyde playlist. So with that being said, let's head back to Saginaw Cemetery. And just like that, we made it back to Saginaw Cemetery. It is a crazy ride. I'm going to throw in some clips right now, but this is like on a hill kind of tucked away back in the middle of nowhere in the Saginaw Village is what it's called, just outside of Joplin, Missouri. But it's kind of like a little mountain you have to climb to get here, but I love it. It's peaceful. Leaves are falling. As we are walking and making our way to Wes Harriman's grave, I wanted to say, if you follow my channel and you like my Bonnie and Clyde stuff, obviously I talk a lot about them. I visit a lot of their locations. I visited their graves quite a few times. But when I get the chance, I also like to try and visit the officers who were killed at the hands of the Barrow Gang. I wanted to make a video just for Constable Wes Harriman. So I hope you're enjoying this so far. And it's right here. Looks brand spanking new. Look at that. John Wesley Sr. Harriman. Father, born 1891, died 1933. The hands of Clyde Barrow. And his wife, I think that's, what does that say? Athay? We're gonna go with Athay Daniel Harriman, mother. And you see, she had to live 40 years as a widow because the Barrow Gang took away her husband. He's buried 6 feet below us, right here. You can see this headstone looks very nice, nice and clean, right? But it wasn't always like this. It's because there was an article about this, but there was a man who is retired and kind of goes around cleaning up headstones like this, and he was here and did this for Wes Harriman. Very nice, looks brand spanking new. Imagine back in 1933, this type of event would shock the Joplin, Missouri community. And I believe it's one of Missouri's deadliest confrontation with the Barrow Gang. Not only did Wes Harriman die from this event, but also Harry McGinnis. Wes Harriman today is remembered locally as a dedicated officer who died in the line of duty. And a man who, I guess unknowingly, confronted 2 of America's most dangerous criminals, Bonnie and Clyde, as well as the Barrow Gang. Didn't think I would see this today. Yeah. It's almost as if Bonnie and Clyde were here. Well, y'all, it's gonna wrap it up for this video, signing off here with Constable Wes Harriman behind me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more Bonnie and Clyde videos, please check out my Bonnie and Clyde playlist, and I'll see you in the next one, y'all. Take care.